Here, guys, this little tree is loaded. But it's going to be in the 20s tonight here in Central Florida. So we're out here trying to protect these little babies. Now what I'll do, I've got some safety pins that I'm going to just kind of taper this around the bottom, but you guys got the gist of what I'm doing. All right, now guys, honey, come this way. Now what we do, I remember guys, we told you we were doing remodeling. I kept some old padding, folded it up inside of my shed because I knew it'd come to some use. Figured it'd only be 1 year, but I'm gonna use it because my Mexicola avocados and whatever else was in here, everything is in full bloom. I mean, everything. We even got mangoes this year for the first time. I'll show you guys that later. All right, so these trees have grown so much that I'm like, I do have a portable heater, and I'm gonna try and figure out some way to cover this baby up this season. Even though each year I say to myself, I'm sick of doing this, but then one of my friends told me that his aunt is on dialysis now, and I'm like, okay, I think I better keep on taking care of these fruit trees, because, again, anyway, follow me on over here, show you what we've been doing. Now, I bought a big bale of hay that I use for other stuff, but I'm gonna show you what we've been doing with the hay inside of this area. It's gonna take us a long time to cover all these trees, but I'm gonna show you how we're putting it to work today. Now you guys might be like, Supreme, that's a whole lot of hay. It's a whole lot of nitrogen, and it was cheap, okay? I can leave this like this until spring. Then I can do just like this, take it off, fold it underneath, fertilizer, weed blocker. You guys might want to give that hay straw a try, okay? Because there's like guava plants in here, 40 or 50 papaya trees, and they're all small. So by keeping them there in this little confined area, it'll be nice and warm inside of here come nighttime. We're just gonna show you guys a little walk around on what. All I do is just kind of wedge it in some spots, because like with this papaya tree, this thing is freezing cold right now. I already know I'm gonna lose the tops of them. It's mainly the roots, well, the base of the trees that I'm actually trying to protect with the papayas. That way when spring comes, they'll have a jump start and I can get more fruit. And here are just some of my crotons. Inside, there's probably about 3 or 4 guava trees, few citrus trees, a couple tangerines that are underneath here. a couple pepper plants right here. I'm gonna just cover that baby. See how I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use this tree as a base for this side to wedge that like that. See, it's a lot warmer. This tree is actually warmer because this tree is protecting it from a lot of the cold when the wind blows that way as opposed to the one on the other side. So I can probably keep him happy for the most part. I know they're happy that I'm covering them up. They're probably like, whew, it's a good thing you came out here today, Supreme. We thought we was all gonna die and go see Jesus. But I showed up like a thief in the night. Loving you is all that I gotta do. Again, back here, these are some avocados, a couple mangoes that are grown from seed. I definitely want to protect these guys. And again, guys, remember this will break down and feed your plants come spring. See, like inside of here, your main thing, especially with these cold hardy plants, is to at least cover about 2 to 3 feet up. That way next growing season, you got a jump start because most of these tops are gonna fall. I'm not really concerned about that. It's really keeping my roots warm. And for those of you who have never covered your plants, do not use plastic to cover them because what happens is that cold's gonna hit that plastic and it's gonna freeze whatever it touches. That's why I don't use plastic directly on my plants. What I'm gonna do here in a second, I have big rows of visqueen. I'm gonna attach it. I might have screws from last year where I have screws, maybe I use staples, I'm not sure, in this, and then I'll roll the whole thing with some visqueen that I got for like $5. And I'll leave it, the tops open, but that's gonna stop a lot of the wind from going in here, killing these trees. That's why every year they always come back. Also, if you notice, I put a few extra layers of mulch in these areas. That way it can definitely keep the root system warm. In case if I actually lose the tops of the trees, I won't lose the entire tree. For instance, this guava tree right here, let me show you guys. See how much mulch is actually, these are actually buried in just to keep, and it's actually warm down here. That's what you definitely want to do, just in case, God forbid, if you actually lose the tree, the tops, you have the bottom. These are just some weeds, just take them out. Like even if I was to rake right now, and take a handful of leaves and pour it around. Actually, you know what? I'll do that and I'll show you guys. Honey, if you want to just show them the rest of the island, I'll grab the wheelbarrow. All right, guys. Eyes is back. I'm back. All right, honey, let's walk back here so I can accumulate some leaves, please. One of these days, I'm gonna get me a new wheelbarrow, baby. Now I'm gonna show you guys from this angle. Honey, if you can point the camera. Actually, let's walk them over here to this citrus tree right here. You guys see how many leaves that I actually have around this particular plant? Because not only every year, see, there's nothing to block any of the direct frost to hit this tree. So it hasn't never given me fruit, but it's still alive, which gives me, I'll just keep taking care of this baby. But anyway, this year I'm gonna take a blanket and lay across it. Okay, so hopefully she'll grow up a little bit bigger, since I don't think we're gonna have a huge freeze this year. I think it's gonna be cold, but not like we had a few years back. So this is how I use the trees. And right here to your left, darling, is a Barbados cherry. Some people may not agree with how I do this, but this is what works for me. Even though having these leaves and mulch, you see how it sucks the nitrogen up out of the plant? But next year, it's gonna be lush and green. It's still getting adapted. It's only been here for about 6-8 months, I think. But this is how we use the leaves, okay? And, all right, honey, I'm gonna grab a load in this wheelbarrow so that way we can take it over here. And also, guys, I'm not, I know a lot of people, whatever you believe in your life is what you believe in. I'm not on this channel to ever talk religion with nobody. But sometimes, like, especially with us gardeners, when I was younger, my grandma used to say things, and my mom, like, when it comes to the end of times, you won't know the summers from the winters and the winters from the summers. This time of the year, not me, but my neighbors, they've been going out catching bass, a lot of fish that normally don't really bite as much this time of the year, but they are. But all of my citrus trees producing fruit, like my star fruit tree, my couple other exotic trees, they're blossoming right now. And this is January. So that tells me something's going on in the air. And again, guys, not here to do any of that stuff, but if we as the people don't really start growing something, it's gonna be the end of us, man. I mean, you think about it. My daughter was 17 and got a rare case of cancer. It was like, what, 1 in a million people got that one cancer, honey, something like that? And had to amputate a lot of her leg and all of this stuff. So it's like, learn from other people, grow yourself some things. I've showed you guys in my videos, like how a watermelon rind that laid out in the yard for months. There was no bees, no flies, no ants, nothing wanted that food. I've showed you guys tomatoes. sat there for weeks in after the rain. You know, it's 80 degrees one day, 60 degrees another day, 45 degrees at night. Those tomatoes are still hanging around my yard, okay, without breaking down. If that's not enough for us to kind of share our knowledge and faith to say, hey, he's right, I need to grow something. If I care that much about my loved ones, even while you're watching Super Bowl game, man, get you, it's a couple of those solo cups, potting soil, dump the seeds in it at halftime. Grow something with your family. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We all need to pray. To whoever it is you pray to, pray that the world is a better place and pray that everybody grows something. Come on, guys. You think I should get the ones that are back there, or? Yeah. Okay. No, because I can probably use those for something else. Oh, remind me, honey, to actually cover those pineapple plants, because I completely forgot about them. All right, guys. That should be enough for what I'm going to show them, honey. Might as well get these two. Now, guys, also, when you see, honey, why you so far back with the camera? You stand back like something wrong.
The dust, right?
But you're not a good camera person. You could take these leaves, put them in a shady spot, handful of coffee grounds. Come spring, you'll have about 20 or 30 worms in just a pile like these. That's one reason why I'm gonna start using leaves more than I am mulch. Number one, a better weed suppressant. Less weeds are gonna grow inside of the leaves. That's enough for me right there. But again, you don't have to buy any worm castings. Once the worms get in there, dig it all up, place it around your plant. To me, that's called gardening on the cheap. And when you rake, you always want to try and get these little pieces that most people won't, because that little stuff there is actually going to feed your plant a lot quicker than those, because this is already broken down. See? Let's go, darling. Not right now. I'm going to use my hands, babe. And again, even though we are the Sunshine State, but if you can see here, I have leaves at least to cover the base of a lot of these trees, because if it didn't, new word alert, guys, it didn't. Because if it didn't get so cold here, these trees right now would probably be about 10 feet tall. But since I've actually cut out a few trees, I definitely got to be more careful this year, because now they're getting full sun during the summer, which is great, but also there's nothing to block them from the frost. There's no overhead canopy. So again, you can just show them. And again, if you can see, I ran out of leaves in some areas. But really, with this tree here, I should have had it out here. because the roots of these babies are out a lot further than just right here. So I doubt if I'm gonna get to it tonight. I'll try to do something tomorrow to help them out, but I'm not gonna say it is what it is, because I don't believe in that saying, it is what I make it. It is what we all make it. All right, now back to the guava tree. Now I can take some hay from over there, and then I'm gonna kind of build the hay inside of this, and then I'm gonna put a blanket around that tree. I'm not gonna worry about anything else, just that guava and this island and my mango and avocados. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get back to it. Not gonna drag you along too long. Happy Monday. May God bless each and every one of you. Better yards, better gardens, and remember, 2020, everybody, let's grow something. May God bless you all. Right here, this is my eggplant. Love me some eggplant, boy. Ooh-wee. Like with these little balls like this that are dried up, man, I just toss them right behind the tree in the same area, because some of them will grow back. No, I'll leave that on there since it's cold. And give me another tree. Yeah, love me some eggplant. Ooh-wee. And guys, even when you get tired of doing this type of stuff, just think about how much I love my family and I'm doing it for them. It'll give you that extra 10 or 15 minutes to actually stay out in the garden to keep doing this, because you know your family is getting some good, healthy, getting good nutritional goodness that their father grew, or mother, whomever you guys may be, or your grandchildren, whatever. Plus, it gives you a nice peace of mind of life. You know, you get to put your hands down here in nature. You know, it's just a different way of living. That's why I love watching gardening videos instead of all of that foolishness, even though we don't get views like if somebody was on here doing some foolishness. But you know what? We all love one another, and we love the content that we all give. So at the end of the day, it's worth it, man. You know what I mean? This isn't something that we do for money. I've always loved gardening. You know, I'm still a novice at it, but each day I come out here, I get to learn something. I get to watch you guys' videos. I get to learn something from you, bring it back to my garden. And like if my wife wasn't back here now, I'd be probably watching Bull, Morning Gardener, Led, or Celeste, whomever it may be. You know, I'll be watching somebody, David the Good, whoever. And that stuff motivates me to actually keep pulling these damn weeds. But anyway, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Oh, look at this eggplant here. So here I already had it buried. Look at that, baby. We got baby eggplant. Thank you, Jesus. Look at that, y'all.
4 of them.
Thank you, Lord. See that, y'all? I would have overlooked this tree. See, y'all made me go and look down here, and now I can eat fried eggplant tonight with my fish. Mm-hmm. Look like little Easter eggs. Doesn't it now? Look at that. Aren't these the prettiest little eggplants? Yeah, I'm gonna eat all 5 by myself. Don't share them with that boy. To see how the leaves had this baby covered up so good down in there. And now look, baby papaya. I'm gonna put that baby in a pot for next year and put it online. And maybe send it to one of you guys. But anyway, guys, keep on growing something. Take care.